Okay, so we have a problem sums on fractions and part whole concept. Let's discuss. A jug weighs 343 grams when it's 2/7 filled with green tea. It weighs 252 grams heavier when it is 5/6 filled with green tea. Find the mass of the jug when it is half filled with green tea. Now the problem is the total units of this jug keeps changing, right? The same jug. But at the start, they've mentioned that the total units is 7. 2 out of 7, right? So it implies that the total units in terms of capacity of this jug is 7 units. Second sentence, it says that the jug has 6 units of capacity. And the third sentence, 2 units. So what we need to do first is to make all these numbers the same. 7, 6, and 2, make it the same. So we list down all the fractions, 2/7, 5/6, and half. And we make the denominators the same, make it to 42. So times 6 times 6 here, times 7 here, times, how to make this to 42, times 21 times 21. So what happens is you get 12 over 42, you get 35 over 42, and the last one here, you get 21 over 42. Okay, so this means that at the start, the jug weighs 343 when it is 12 out of 42 units filled. Next, it weighs 252 grams heavier when it is 35 out of 42 filled with green tea. And the question is, what happens when you fill it up with 21 units of green tea? So let's draw a model for this. So we have the jug with its own empty mass. And if it is only filled with 12 units of green tea, then the mass here will be 343 grams. Okay, now if you have the same jug, but this time around you fill it up with 35 units of green tea. 35 units. Oh, now what happens? It will be heavier. Heavier by how much? Heavier by 252 grams. Okay, then the question becomes, what happens when I have the same jug filled with 21 units of green tea? Okay, so what we can do first is to do a subtraction. So we find the difference between 35 and 12 first. 35 minus 12, that would be 23 units. Now 23 units represents 252 grams. And we can find the value of 1 unit, which I believe will be decimal in this case. So you can put in fraction. 252 divided by 23. 252 divided by 23, that is 10 wholes. 22 over 23 grams. I think this 252 should be 253, but it's okay. We will learn the concept in this question. That's far more important. Okay, so 22 divided by 23. Okay, that's fine, yeah. So 1 unit is as such. Question is, what is this mass here? Right, when it is 21 out of 42 units filled with green tea. So what we need to do is we need to find the difference between 21 units and 12 units, right? And then we just add that difference. We are able to find the question mark. 21 minus 12, that would be 9 units. So 9 units is just 10 wholes, 22 over 23 times 9. 98, 14 over 23. Again, numbers are not that fantastic, not that nice. I believe it's because this should be a 253 instead, okay? Alright, so maybe you can try with 253 grams as a separate working. But learn the concept here first though. Alright, so we have the 9 units, which is the difference between this and this. So what we need to do to find this question mark is to take 343 and add it to the 9 units of mass. So 343 grams Add it to 98, 14 out of 23 grams. Okay, so final answer for this question, 441. 14 out of 23 grams. This is the final answer for this particular question.